Girls, welcome back to another video. Today we're here with another talk video. This is gonna be a different one. Today I am uploading twice today, I guess you could say, because I'm not gonna pre-record this and release it like at the end of the month. I gotta get this out today. But yeah, today we're gonna be talking about Resident Evil 9 Requiem, which is the Resident Evil Requiem just got announced as Resident Evil. The title for Resident Evil 9 literally got announced, last week or this week? A few days ago, not too long ago, Game Fest. I'm pretty sure it was in the weekend. I don't know. That was like 2 days ago or some shit like that. And it looks good. It looks good. I didn't even think it was Resident Evil. At first, it looks kind of like Evil Within's and stuff like that. I thought it was going to be something like that. But then it's just like, oh shit, it's Resident Evil. I was like, what the fuck? As soon as I seen the RPD fucking station, or Raccoon City Police Station, I was like, oh, okay. Bro, like, it's been so long. We're going back to Raccoon City Police Station. And it's been a while. It's been like, what, since 2023 since we got anything Resident Evil related, I think. It was Resident Evil 4, I think, which was the last Resident Evil game they gave us. When did that game come out? Like 2023 or some shit? I forgot. Yeah, 2023. That was 2 years ago. I mean, I guess it wasn't that long ago, I guess you could say. So, yeah, but we're apparently getting that game February 26, 2026, or February 27, I think, something like that. But yeah, and we have some news for you. Apparently, I'm going to be talking about you guys about some stuff. I'm about to be reading to you guys some news that happened about the demo and stuff like that. So yeah, without further ado, I'm not gonna hold you guys hostage any longer. Let's get into it. Preview Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Grace Ashcroft, a young FBI technical analyst and the daughter of Alyssa Ashcroft, an investigate reporter who last appeared in 2003's Resident Evil Outbreak. Press demo. The beginning starts with press demo begins immediately after the conclusion of the reveal trailer. Grace, who has been mysteriously captured, awakens upside down, strapped to a bed, and understandably scared out of her mind. She manages to escape, but she's out of the frying pan and into the fire. Grace has little combat expertise, and my session features zero action. Rely on wits to survive the Lyric Winwood Hotel, the site of Grace's mother's murder. Switch to third person anytime, so they're going to give you guys the option to switch from third person to first person anytime, which is like, I think, fucking amazing in my opinion. Don't get it wrong, I love first person, but if they just kept doing first person, like forced us to be like first person for like did they for Resident Evil 7 and 8, that would have kind of sucked, especially since it wouldn't be like with Ethan Winters anymore and stuff like that. Even though they did add third person to Resident Evil 8. So yeah, I heard about that shit. I might do a gameplay on that too. Yeah, so I really like that. I'm really excited to play. I'm definitely going to be playing. I'm going to be like switching and playing with both of them, honestly, because why not? But yeah. Switch to third person anytime. Capcom labels first person view as a recommended experience. Fair enough to make it more scary, if you're being honest with you. Requiem proved terrifying regardless of perspective. Opening the first door gives away to an oppressively pitch black hallway. The game feels most like RE7 as a bump around in the darkness space, searching for open doors, every step producing a hard stopping creak as I fear alerting whatever it may be lurking. So basically, this is kind of like a RE7 type of game, let's just say that, which is really good because RE7 best-selling Resident Evil, if I'm pretty sure, with like 13 million copies or some shit like that. This is good. I had a sense. I even made a tweet about it that as soon as they showed us some pictures inside of the house, as soon as I seen those pictures, I was like, this gives kind of like an Resident Evil 7 type of vibe, you know, and just conserves it. So it's gonna be like kind of us lurking around, like in the baker's house, finding stuff, opening doors, getting chased around by, because there's gonna be another entity that's gonna be chasing us around, kind of like Mr. X and Jack Baker from previous RE games. And yeah, and the thing that he says, every step producing a heart-stopping creak as I fear alerting whatever may be lurking. So there's obviously something lurking in the house coming to chase you. Now, despite being labeled a hotel, Ruin Hood seems more like some kind of clinic. Several rooms have hospital beds, remnants of medical staff, such as messages, and more horrifying, the bodies of doctors. Classic RE formula: locked doors bearing a Cheerum icon over the lock indicated the necessary key. Classic RE formula, literally. From Resident Evil 2, if you guys remember, they had those hard keys and hard locks, match the keys, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm talking about. Same thing with RE7 and stuff like that. Yeah. LA hallway sits behind the gates powered by a fuse box missing one of its fuses. Okay, classic RE formula. Find the fuses in one room, but it's locked behind the case. Another room has a note stating the fuse box required a screwdriver to open it, which should be located in the nurse's office. Solving puzzle in reverse order, searching drawers yields items like health regenerating shots and a classic green arm. Okay. Bottle was the only weapon only weapon early on that it's used to distract threats rather than deter them. Okay, so it's kind of gonna be like The Last of Us or some shit. Like you throw a glass bottle, distract the enemies and shit like that. While you go the other way. I like that. That's good. Grace finds a lighter and she opens the door that causes a dead body to fall on her in the first jump scare. Corpse wearing a Dr. Lab's coat clearly looks infected, though it doesn't stop Grace from checking his pulse and asking if he's dead in an unintentional funny a bit. Suddenly, a large mutated arm emerges from the darkness that sees the body, slowly lifting it towards a gray bloodstain of seemingly once human teeth that takes a massive bite. Grace, I'm going to be popping pictures of what they're talking about, because there are some pictures out there of what they're talking about, so yeah. Grace can hardly speak as the camera pans out to reveal what I can best describe: a towering humanoid hag-like creature sporting stingly gray hair, a bulbous eye, a tattered rag masquerading as clothing. Monster pursues, squeezing its large mutated form down the narrow corridors. At one point, it grabs her, lifting Grace to take a big, debilitating bite out of her, necessitating a quick heal. Retreat into a nearby room, closing the door behind me. Curiously, though, the monster doesn't follow. After waiting a minute, she opens the door and look up to find a gaping hole above the doorway. So that's how this thing is getting around the hotel. Okay, so basically it travels around on top of you through the holes that are like on top of the house and stuff like that. So that's how the creature travels around. As the creature crawls inside the ceiling, hanging light fixtures shakes and creaks to indicate the monster's rough proximity. Meet Requiem's new persistent enemy, following in terrifying footsteps of Mr. X and Lady Demetrius. The rest of the demo is spent trying to avoid and evade this threat as a periodic resurface at one point, crashing through the wall to cut off like Jack Baker in RE7. Feels familiar and terrifying in the ways we've seen come to love since 1996. It isn't clear whether we are in a decade-plus future from Resident Evil Village's Shadows of Rose DLC took place, or a different period. So yeah. This is the stuff that happened, that was shown, and this is from a person that actually played the demo or watched the demo. So this is the demo, basically. This is what you're gonna expect from the demo. This is what you're gonna expect in the beginning of the game, I guess, or a part of the game, we could say. So yeah, that was about the demo. Nothing crazy. But yeah, that was it, honestly. I'm going to make another RE video, because there is a lot more that we need to discuss about this, like whether if Leon or Ada is gonna come back, or like any other previous other characters are gonna come back, or some other information. Obviously, release date, delays, blah blah blah. We'll definitely be coming back to this. I'll definitely be uploading again, maybe tomorrow about this, or maybe like Saturday. I don't know yet, but yeah, we'll see. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next time. Peace out. Have a good one. Bye. Like and subscribe for more Resident Evil news, and more Resident Evil gameplays will be on your way soon, because I'm probably going to do Resident Evil 7 next, and then Resident Evil 8 next. Just replay them, because why not? But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye.